I heard a little ding.
Ding.
I don't, Google's got to get rid of that little white blue thing over the top of the live button. That's all there is to it. But, so I'm
Right.
assuming we're live. I'm alive. Damon's alive. And today we're talking about meditation and what are the forms of meditation.
You look
Peace,
like
love,
a
and happiness. Hey,
you look
everybody,
like
it's
a leopard.
snowing here in Asheville.
You look like a leopard with a human head. Brad Leopard
Do
Man
I?
today.
Oh, I am.
And I'm in my studio, my library.
This is a green screen. That's an actual leopard. This is the same leopard that they used in the Tarzan movies. And if you believe
Back
that, I
in the
got some
day.
land in Asheville for you. Okay, let's knock out this little hangout thing we're going to do about meditation. Om.
He's all business this morning.
What are? No, I'm not all business. We get this done, then I'm going to go play. I might go sliding. There's snow outside. We got a lot of snow in Asheville. It reminds me of Minnesota. So here it is. What are the different forms of meditation, Sir Damon?
Oh my gosh. Well, there are as many forms of meditation as there probably are people on the planet as far
Oh,
as
come on.
I'm just getting started. Um, and yet there are some very, bigger categories of different forms of meditation. And I think we said it even in what is meditation. It's really anything that you are focusing on. To meditate means to contemplate in a focused manner. And so some of the more traditional forms of meditation are sitting meditation. So you would sit, eyes closed, focusing either on your breath and or a mantra, so counting your breath or just focusing on the inhale and the exhale. Maybe using a candle or another object. They would use mandalas, which are these asymmetrical, beautiful designs, each one representing a different consciousness frequency, and would focus on a picture or a deity, whatever their deity was, um, as a way of aligning, their consciousness with that particular frequency and connect with it. Or using a mantra, which is a repeated phrase. Many of the more ancient mantras can be thousands of years old, and many of them were believed to be accessed. So, a previous yogi or master would ascend to these higher realms of consciousness, and within those realms, he would hear a particular song or sound, and from that sound he would form the mantra. He would bring that sound frequency back to share so that other people could repeat that phrase or that sound in order to connect with that level of consciousness, to help raise their consciousness. So as a tool, it's mantra. There are walking meditations, movement meditations, meaning dance can be a beautiful form of meditation. The Sikhs and Sufis of like Turkey, what is the word?
Is that the whirling dervishes?
Whirling dervishes. Thank you, from like Russia. That is a powerful meditation. You're actually
I
spinning
used to
open.
do that when I was a kid.
Yeah, right. We all do this because it's kind of natural tendency. We want to spin around, and it changes our focus. And they have a couple of tools though that help channel that energy upward and downward, so they actually stay grounded, and it actually opens the gate to heaven and the grounding to earth, and they spin on that axis of consciousness instead of spinning out. Because if you're not focusing your energy and you're just spinning, then your consciousness gets spun out. That's why we get dizzy in a physical sense. But they actually bring it in very focused, so it goes up and down and
So
extends.
is there, like, you focus a lot or teach a lot on this heart-based meditation, going to the heart?
Yes. Yes.
And is there like a systemized, like there's walking meditation, laying meditation, standing meditation, all these different meditations. Is there like a systemized types of meditation for the different chakras, like at the heart chakra, there's
Yes,
thinking
of course.
meditation?
Yes. A lot of that again, through mantra. So the traditional form of what you're calling chakra, balancing or opening the chakras. Chakra means wheel in Sanskrit, and that's kind of what our energy centers, our primary energy centers, and even the secondary ones, they're just smaller, look like spinning wheels in the different areas of our body, starting at the the ones associated with the physical body and consciousness is the crown chakra, and that one's vertical. And then you have one at the what they call the third eye, or Ajna chakra, which is associated with the pineal gland. You have one at the throat, heart, solar plexus, navel. You have the sexual organs, or sex chakra, and then root, which also extends vertically, where the other ones actually extend horizontally, front and back. And then the root goes vertically down into the earth, connects to the earth. And so, yes, like I was mentioning with the mandalas, the pictures, and the mantras, that was a traditional way. There was a sound associated with each chakra, the lower chakras, and actually, just to finish that off, the chakras, there are 7 within the body, but there's actually 365 total that reach all the way up back to true source of all life. And it's 7 are associated with the physical body, and then most of what's considered our spiritual consciousness is in the 8th chakra right above us. That's where most of it resides, and then interacts with the body. And then above there, each level of higher consciousness. And
like that number 7.
Right. And so the sounds, just like when a master would ascend to the higher levels and bring a higher level sound back, it's still associated with one of those chakras or consciousness. You start quite often, or traditionally would start with the root chakra. And there's a sound, and then there was a symbol for it. And you would focus on those symbols and those sounds, and you would repeat them over and over and over in order to open those chakras. Now, I don't necessarily recommend that practice, and that's a much deeper topic, talking about karma. And really the bigger topic is doing it ourselves, and this is a big difference between the practice I have now with open heart prayer and meditation and many other forms of meditation, including active Kundalini meditation and chakra meditations, because it's still me doing it. It's ego doing it. And ego just taking on a spiritual identity. And quite often, this is a deeper subject, we have lifetimes of karma. Karma being all the consequences and effects of our choices from every lifetime and past, present, still embedded. And those chakras, and that's why they close up and you get what are called nadis or knots in our energy system, is because we shut down when our actions and our thoughts and our feelings aren't in alignment with divine love and the divine law of love and oneness, and we separate ourselves. And so opening these up ourselves actually opens that karma up. And we have to take it back on. We have to work through it because we've opened it up. Now with open heart prayer and meditation, one of the most powerful parts of this is that we're surrendering to grace. When we allow our heart to open and be opened, and we allow divine source, love, light, energy, and grace to come in, it will naturally heal those places from the top down instead of trying to open from the top or from the bottom up, which can be really messy, be very difficult. People get Kundalini syndrome when they start opening the root chakra, and the Kundalini, which is a very powerful cleansing energy that's set there, that is actually made that once the chakras do start to open, to come up and cleanse us spiritually.
Yeah, I'm going to stop you. We're going down a rabbit hole.
Yeah. Well, I said, it's a long conversation. We start getting into these more advanced topics.
Exactly. So essentially, the different forms of meditation, you can go with the basics, then you can get into more in-depth. But it's 10:30 now, so I don't want to take too much time for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm sure you got things to do.
Yeah, so primary sitting, mantra, singing, dancing, walking.
Sort of the senses, yes?
Pardon me?
Sort of the senses.
Well, different ways to actually focus our senses and really bring all of our consciousness into the present moment. That's the key, especially in the beginning. Just ways to bring us fully present.
And I guess there's probably just one type of meditation. That's the type of meditation that activates all those other things that we just talked about. Instead of partitioning it into a bunch of different kinds of meditation, it's about activating all those things for your benefit.
Yes, and experimenting and especially when you're a beginner, to find things that work and help, and then continue to evolve as you find your way into what works best for you.
Okay. Let's shut this bad boy down, and then we'll do another one tomorrow on another topic. Okay?
Yeah. Yes.
So thanks again, David, for taking your time, and I know you had to shovel the driveway. It snowed in Nashville here. Crazy.
Yeah, I'm in monk, in case you can't tell. I got stubble 3 or 4 days now. My hair's all meshed up.
Well, just so people know that what happens in Asheville, when it snows a little bit, everything shuts down because it's very mountainous and it's very dangerous. So none of the buses go anywhere because of the hills and mountains that could go down. And
Well, they
whereas
don't
in
go
Minnesota,
anywhere.
we don't shut down nothing.
Yeah, the school buses especially don't go out into the residential, but the city buses run once they get the streets cleared. They're
Yeah.
probably running by now.
But it's kind of dangerous here. I experienced it a little bit. So
Yeah, we get ice. We have really high humidity here, so it ices up. You know, it warms up during the day and then gets cold enough to ice up at night, so it gets pretty crazy.
Yes, sir. Well, we can Skype and talk and do the internet stuff and still connect with people by staying at home. That's where I am now with my kitty.
Yeah, I love working at home. It's great.
Okay. That's it. Okay, thanks, everybody. Magic Brad, Synergy Cafe, Synergy Collaborative, Damon Dickinson.
Blessings, everyone.
Namaste.
Namaste. Listen to you.